And hello YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and review for today's episode of Obi-Wan Kenobi, Season 1, Episode 4, or just Episode 4. Now, I did do a review of this earlier, but I was kind of tired and kind of watched it on a whim, so I didn't really pay attention to the episode. So I'm going back and re-editing my video so I can redo it again. So I rewatched it wide awake. I kind of woke up early, which bad mistake to wake up early to watch something. But yeah, I had to go back and watch it again just so I can see exactly what this episode was. Because at first I thought it was an okay episode. It wasn't anything big and major. There were a lot of details in here that I thought was, whatever. But there were some details I actually missed. So I wanted to go back and do it again because, my computer right now is kind of down and I can't edit the video that I had before to combine this with that one. So I'm going to restart the video. So let's check out episode 4. So the last time we saw Obi-Wan, and by the way, spoilers. So the last time we saw Obi-Wan, he pretty much got his butt whooped by Darth Vader. And of course, he needed to be healed, which, okay. We'll get to see him in a bathtub tank or something, and he kind of gets healed really quickly, which is kind of bizarre because normally it should take a couple maybe days or even weeks for you to be fully healed. Now, granted, he wasn't that badly burnt. His arm was kind of burned, not as severe as Anakin was when he got really burned. But his burns were, maybe an hour or two, maybe even 3 tops. Maybe the whole day, who knows. But he was in there for like 2 seconds and then he just kind of got out of it. Kind of weird, but whatever. And then I noticed in this episode that, okay, so now he has to go find Leia. Okay, makes sense. He goes find Leia, and Leia's in the Inquisitor's headquarters or whatever their base is at. And, it's got that triangle kind of place, which was cool that he got to sneak in there. I mean, we've seen so many different Star Wars movies and shows where you got to sneak into an enemy base and you got to try to do this and that. There were some cool moments in here, but I did feel when I rewatched it again, I did notice some couple of shots that weren't really put together right, Like I said, I really woke up early this morning and I watched it this morning kind of still tired. So I kind of watched it because I wanted to watch it because, it was 2 shows. It was this and Miss Marvel. By the way, Miss Marvel was great. And I saw that later on when I did that video. So anyway, I noticed some things in here that I didn't cover in my last video because I was still kind of groggy after just waking up. Why is it the stormtroopers are always missing their targets? It still boggles my mind. Even in the other Star Wars movies, they still boggle my mind, From episode 4 to 6, the stormtroopers have always been sloppy shots. And, it's always been the joke about, yeah, these guys can't shoot anybody, Leia or whoever can walk right in front of them and they'll still miss her. Standing right in front of them. It's bizarre. Now, granted, Obi-Wan is using his lightsaber in one of these scenes. There's a moment where he's in the hallway trying to find Leia. When he finally finds her, he takes her. He's trying to get out of there, and there's another hallway he goes into, and they kind of trap him in 2 sides. Where, okay, you have one side, you have a couple soldiers shooting at him, stormtroopers shooting at him, and on the other side, the same thing. Even a droid, that droid, that black one that has the tentacles, that thing is shooting at him too, and he's dodging. Okay, understandable, he's dodging it, but he's not moving so like how he's supposed to. Obi-Wan's kind of at that point, he's been off the Force for 10 years and he's kind of sloppy still. Shouldn't he be dead? Like, seriously, I'm sorry to redo this video, but I had to because I had to rewatch it again, and I should have noticed this from the beginning, but like I said, I apologize again for doing this video again, that I was just tired and I literally did not notice the fact that he's dodging bullets or the blasts from the stormtroopers, and he's getting shot from the back, and I don't know how he's not getting hit. It's just boggles my mind. Yeah, granted, he's still dodging a little bit. It just felt very weird to me. But granted, whatever. What can you do? Another thing that I kind of thought was kind of really. So all this time, with all these Jedis, we all kind of figure there's a lot of Jedis that's been scoured throughout the galaxy Apparently they're in a trophy case, all dead, some of them. I mean, there was even a youngling there that maybe Rhea, one of her, friends when she was part of the Jedi Temple, if that rumor is still true. I mean, we haven't been confirmed or denied that, but still, there's one youngling wearing that Jedi training helmet thing. He was in there, and it looked like they were, like, frozen in, not carbonite, but more like if you ever seen Jurassic Park, the mosquito, when it's in that golden thing, what do you call it? Amber, I think it's called? Something like that. It looks like they're frozen like that. And either they're dead. Obviously, I'm pretty sure they are dead. Can't say that they're all alive because that'd be, weird canon mess around that all the Order 66 and these guys all got captured. But they're all dead. So he goes there. He sees that and he picks up Leia. He runs with her. Reva is still trying to go after him. And by the way, we got to see Reva talk to Leia, interrogation her. We got to kind of see the birth, of Leia becoming that rebel leader like she always been. The one she's always hiding people from their bases. She gets the idea from that girl, Tava, I believe her name was. Because she tried to help Obi-Wan escape. And then she goes with Obi-Wan in here to help Leia. And so I think this might be the start of Leia finding out about other bases and learning about it and being a part of it to be able to help them. Just like how she does in episode 4 through 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9. So anyway, but there was also another scene that I kind of flew over my head, where the girl who was helping Obi-Wan, she gets into a fight with 2 stormtroopers. Now, granted, I'm like, all right, maybe we'll get to see her fight. Sloppy dialogue, not dialogue, fight choreography there. That was kind of cheesy. She kind of just slapped him, but not in a slap where you can actually see the slap. It was more like slap, but he dodges and she just pulls the helmet and just like pushes him down, the other stormtrooper, and he goes down. So I thought that was kind of sloppy, choreography fighting. And then, of course, the ending reveal, the fact that Vader got pissed off, obviously. What else would he do? Why not? And, he got mad at Reva because, she let them escape. And she's like, oh, don't worry about it. I put a tracker on them, and I will find them. And, of course, the tracker happens to be Leia's little droid. So that's pretty interesting. What's going to happen moving forward? No idea. But, yeah, this episode, after rewatching it again, gotta be honest, this time around, not pretty episode. And now I learned my lesson too. I'm not gonna wake up so early just to watch a show, whether it's Marvel or DC or Star Wars, so early, because it messes my focus up of learning, seeing details that need to be called out. And I've seen people already online complaining about this episode, and I didn't know what they were talking about. And then I go back and watch this episode. I'm like, I missed that. Wow, how did I not notice that? Yeah, this episode was pretty bad. And I can't say that this was a great episode or was an okay episode. This episode was bad. The CG was what I don't care about the CG at this point now. I've seen worse, but still, it's like, come on, this is Star Wars. Star Wars is supposed to be ahead of everybody's time, okay? There's no excuse for it, even especially for Obi-Wan. I get it. You're making a prequel show in the prequel era, but still, you should be better than that. When the prequels first came out, they were an achievement of CGI and all that technology at that time. Okay, that was before James Cameron made Avatar, so George Lucas had no problem making those things look cool. So people who run in Star Wars now have no excuses to not make good CGI stuff in here too, because honestly, the stuff I saw in here was kind of terrible, and I thought this episode was kind of bad. So, yeah. So I apologize if my first video is very different from this one. I will make sure to watch these shows early, so that way I'm not super tired doing it. And I apologize again. But this time, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode 4, and what do you guys thought? Did you guys actually like this episode? Hated it? Leave me a comment below. Let me know. Thank you very much, and have a good day.